the stars, look how they shine for you.
Part 2, guys, this is all on the arts and crafts. And so I'm showing you how I'm going to center my patch. It's an iron-on patch. It's from Amazon. All the links, all the materials in the PDF, guys. And so if you know a better way, go for it. I'm just taking you through my whole process of how I do it. So this is where I'm going to be putting my patch, guys. Look how adorable that is. I think it just really makes the blanket here. So like I said, I use fabric glue. If there was a way to sew it, of course do that, but I don't think I could have sewed this. Maybe if you can, go for it, but I'm using fabric glue, guys, and I'm using a lot here. I want to make sure that this is really sturdy. So the glue, the adhesive smell is very, very strong. And it took about 24 hours, guys, for the smell to completely go away. So if you do use this brand, I'm going to have the link in the PDF. You're going to smell it when you're applying it, but it does go away completely gone. No smell of glue. And it's really firmly stuck on there. But like I said, guys, with all hand-knitted blankets, especially size 6, really advise to hand wash it, to dip it lightly in the water and lay it flat out to dry. And so here I'm just really trying to smash it in, really push it, where it is firmly stuck. So the ribbon now, guys, and after the ribbon, I'm just going to show you a brief rundown of how I attach the mink fabric. But I want to show you how I do the ribbon, the lace. But before that, if any of you guys are curious, there is no glue coming out on the other side. It is completely soft and there is no smell after 24 hours. Give it at least that much time. It even says it, I think, on the inscription. Completely soft, no glue felt whatsoever, guys. So now our ribbon, which is such a pretty effect. Crochet blankets do this, and they're called, if I say it correctly, heirloom blankets. Not sure if I said that word right, but I'm going to have it in the PDF, the actual word, and in the YouTube description box, so you can look it up. Crochet blankets do this, guys, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to weave this lace. So there's my border. And you want to take the horizontal stitches. So I'm trying to show you here. So it's going to be really tightly squeezed, those horizontal stitches, those stitches right in between the vertical stitches. You don't want to take a vertical stitch because it wouldn't even work out. You want to take the horizontal, the ones laying out straight across that you can insert ribbon, a lace. And so it's really knit it tight there, guys, but you will be able to weave a lace right through. And so just as you see me do now, you can't really tell. I do get close up more, but I'm going under two strands. And I'm taking the horizontal strands because I'm starting on the long sides, not the top or the bottom border. And then I'm going to skip to 1, 2, and then the third one. I'm going to gather, it's 2 strands I'm gathering. 2 horizontal strands, and then pull that lace right through. Now make sure you pull a good excessive amount. I'm talking an excessive long amount, because this amount is supposed to be enough to go all the way around your blanket. So really make sure you pull a long excessive amount. It's going to be tedious, guys, as you're going back and forth working with this long excessive amount. Okay, now do you see the 2 strands? The 2 strands on your finger, 2 strands, horizontal stitches, and pull it right under. And like I said, pull a long excessive amount because it's supposed to be enough for the whole, I would say, circumference, the whole width, the whole length, going all around your blanket, the whole border. And so you don't want to take a vertical stitch, you want to take the horizontal stitches. And that's it, guys. And I'm skipping 2 stitches in between and taking the next 3rd stitch, the next 2 strands, horizontal strands. You can skip 3, you can skip 4. I'm just showing you how to weave lace. So here I want to show you, now I'm coming up to the corner and I'm going to be going on the bottom of my blanket. Now the bottom border and the top border is when you take the vertical stitches. Just trying to give an idea on how I do it. If you have your idea, go for it. I just want to take you through my whole process. So you see that vertical right there, horizontal and vertical, 2 strands, always 2. I'm going under. And now it's gonna switch to these vertical stitches because I'm switching sides now. That was one of my long sides. Now this is my, like the bottom of my blanket right here. So, figure out how you want to, skip how many stitches in between, but take the horizontal stitches when you're going on your long sides of your blanket, and then the bottom and top of your blanket, that border, take the vertical stitches. And make sure you pull a long excessive amount. Because if you do run out, you're gonna have to either use fabric glue to reattach more, or unless you're tying off bows at all 4 corners, that would actually look really pretty, I think. I should have done that, I think, but do bows at all 4 corners. But that's it. But if you can manage it and you need more lace, like right here, you're gonna have to really pull it, and then stretch out your blanket. And that's what I'm doing here, guys. I wanted to show this part that I did mess up. That's what I'm really trying to teach. Pull a long excessive amount in the beginning, or you're gonna have to see. Right now I can pull a lot because I haven't really turned it yet. So really get a lot of lace. Better to be safe than sorry. Get a lot. Now I'm going to show you, now that I got all that excess lace right there, now I'm going to continue the bottom of my blanket. And I'm showing you it's about 3 vertical stitches up from the border. And that's what it looks like on the other side. So pretty, guys. If you don't want to add the fabric, it's going to have a pretty, design on the other side. But for the durability, I would add fabric. Unless it's for decor or going to be extremely used lightly. But I would add any kind of fabric. And I'm going to show you. It's handheld sewing. But if you love to sew, there you go. So I'm taking the vertical stitches and I'm skipping a whole set in between. And then taking the next set. Remember, it's always 2 strands. And pulling this long, excessive ribbon. And that's it, guys. Just take it all the way around your blanket. So I want to go ahead and show a little bit more here. You can skip this part, guys, but I want to show you how it's done, just in case you need a really good idea. But now that you know, you can very much add this to your blankets. And this is very much the core blankets are used lightly because we're adding some different kind of material here that's more fragile, but very precious blankets. That's why I'm saying this is a newborn to up to 12 months, you know, to be used lightly or for nursery decor, new mom gift to like cherish. Absolutely love this blanket, guys. It came out so precious. And it's teddy bear themed. Unless you're doing a different theme, there's a lamb. I'm thinking about doing a theme, a blanket for a lamb. I think that'd be so precious. Then there's Pooh Bear. There's elephants. All these precious themes in different ribbon colors. And just make it so precious, right? You know, a line of heirloom blankets, if I'm saying that word right, guys. But that's it. Vertical stitches for the bottom and top border. Now I wanted to show you, I'm changing sides now. I'm taking it from the bottom border to the side border, the long border. I want to show you how I'm doing it. I'm going back to the horizontal. Remember, 2 strands I always go under. Very tightly knitted, real squeezed. And the lace, guys, it's gonna look squeezed on the sides. That's just how it works out. But it's still very much, you can see the brown lace border going all around the blanket. And so there you go, guys. You can play around with this idea, you know, take it with chunky size 7 and get thicker lace. This is, if I'm saying it correctly, 3/8, guys. I'm gonna have the link in the PDF. This is a very small width lace, and so all of it will be in the PDF, so you can know exactly the materials that the exact same ones that you'll be able to see, purchase, get an idea. And if it gets twisted, just work with it, withdraw it back a little bit. That actually helps a lot. And then flatten it out. So really pretty, guys. Really, really pretty. I really want to do a lamb theme. I think that'd be so, so pretty. But this is how it should be coming out. More fuller looking on the bottom borders and the top borders. And then, you know, you could try to align it one side to the other side. Obviously mine's not going to be that aligned. That's okay. But that's how you're gonna weave your lace going all around your blanket borders. And then when you come right to where you started, now we're gonna make our bow. And you're definitely gonna want a lighter to because the edge, wherever you cut the lace, it will thread. It will start to what's the word, guys? It'll start to fray the endings. You're going to want to burn the edges so it doesn't keep fraying, it doesn't keep losing threading. If I'm saying it correctly, guys, you're just going to want to burn the edges whenever you cut ribbon lace. So you're going to want to cut off all that excess. You're going to want a nice long length because we're going to tie a bow. And that's it. Just tie a bow. Guys, I just do a basic bow here. I'm going to do 2 knots though for security. And I'm doing a basic bow. And that's it, guys. And then I'm going to use fabric glue to secure it down because I just kind of felt like it was too loose still. So I'm going to make my bow, really tighten it right there. Make my bow and then use fabric glue to pin down that bow a little bit extra security. And that's it. So do you see where it's cut? Those little tails, we'll call them. You're going to want a lighter to burn the edges a little bit. Guys, I don't really like using lighters myself, but it will start to thread. It's just what lace does when you cut it. So really important that you use a lighter to kind of just go over the edge line of it without burning off your ribbon. But that's it. I'm sure there are YouTube videos on how that's done. I do not include that, guys, because I didn't want to do it. I had my husband do it. But you're going to want to use a lighter to just burn those edges. And I'm just trying to straighten it out here, guys. So there you go. It would have looked really nice to maybe put bows on all corners or opposite ends. You know, really get creative with it. I was just trying to strictly copy the heirloom effect. Crochet blankets do this. Like I said, you can find it on Google. It's really, really pretty, and it's just a single bow. And then so you see, I feel like it's too loose. It's too movable. I'm gonna go ahead and add fabric glue. So right where I'm cutting, guys, that's where you're gonna want to burn it. That's I'm trying to show you right here. That's where you're gonna want to burn it. And like I said, guys, I do not show that because I was too afraid to do it on my own. I had my husband do it. But it just really ensures that it stays intact. So I'll let you guys finish watching this, and then I'm going to give a brief rundown on how I add the mink fabric. You can add any kind of fabric. You're just going to handheld sew it. You're just going to hand sew, if I'm saying it correctly. I wanted to go ahead and give you an overview of what it looks like. Look how adorable it is, guys. So if you don't want to add fabric, you are done. And look how precious it is. I was like debating if I want to just keep it like this, but I knew to add material because this blanket will be used lightly. And I want to show you what the back looks like. So like it's gonna have a design effect right on the back. A real perfect blanket, guys, for a nursery decor. Or like just a blanket to cherish. And there you go, guys. So this is my newborn for 0 to 3 months. So it's a very small blanket. But very, very precious. And like I said, you can do so many themes. This was just a traditional teddy bear. I had to go teddy bear because of my little boy, guys. He just really motivated me to just want to do all these baby blankets. So adding our fabric. This is from Amazon, guys. And look how thin it is. It's very possible to hand sew. I thought I could use my machine No, I don't think I can. Maybe you can, but I'm not gonna risk it. So I am just gonna hand sew this right here. So I'm gonna take the same color as the fabric, so this is the closest brown I could find, and I'm gonna take a real strong needle. Again, the link will be in the PDF because it's a sewing kit that I got for like repairing clothes, so it's a real tough needle. And now go ahead and cut your fabric. I did not show that, guys, because I had to get on the floor and it was just kind of hard to have my phone, under the camera. So cut your fabric, and you want an excessive amount. Now, if you know how to sew, okay, I don't want to make this tutorial on sewing because I'm no sewist, guys. I just like to sew. But I cut an excessive square, the circumference, the same shape of the blanket, and just a little bit of excessive amount to come over the border. Now I'm going to fold it just a little, as you saw, right on the edge line. I'm going to be folding it. I'm going to be tucking it in very tightly close to the border. I don't want to go over the border. And that's I'm going to be sewing right where you see my fingernails. And so I already kind of started a little bit and just giving you a brief overview of how it's done with hand sewing. I doubled up my thread for security, for extra durability. I'm trying to show you to see how close it is. I'm folding it right up on the edge line, going all the way around, tucking it very close to the border. And I am making these stitches, guys, extremely close to one another. So, like I said, this blanket is a labor of love. It's lots of patience, painstaking too. But if you love to sew, it's very enjoyable then, because this was actually nice. And it took about a little over an hour, with breaks. Now do you see how tightly I'm pulling on that thread? Really sew, as secured as possible. And I would double sew, reinforce your sewing. Go back all around the blanket again, twice or 3 times. Triple it up. You want this real secured, and make sure you're getting this threading, your needle, caught up in the blanket's threading. So make sure you're getting right into the blanket, not into the border. You want this threading right into the blanket's yarn threading, and pulling tight and sewing real close, one stitch after another, and pulling. And like I said, I would reinforce it. I would do it double, go all back around again, or even triple if you have the time. But I do it double, guys. You want it real secured. So this blanket very much can be used, and everything is attached, and it's very well made, and you could just take so much joy in it because it's completely handmade. And I want to show you where I started. So I started from the surface of the blanket because that's I'm going to be tying it off, and that threading will get lost. It will hide within the blanket yarn. You will not see it. As you see, guys, you cannot see it. And there you go, guys. Look how precious it is. I absolutely love this teddy bear theme. So you test it out too. Pull on it a little bit. See where it's loose and it needs to be reinforced triple maybe. But that's it, guys. You very much can see the threading, but I think it just adds a handmade effect. It's very aligned. It's unison. It's very thick, guys. This is a very warm blanket right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This was fun because it includes all this arts and crafts outlets right here. And now you know how to add any kind of fabric. You just gotta hand sew it. But thank you so much, guys. I really hope you know, you love your blankets that you make, and this was very, very precious to me. I actually want to keep this blanket right here, a very precious blanket right here, guys. And like I said, now you can do so many themes with this. Thank you so much, guys.